the other thing about this game, boys, the intensity of the game. You see there's some moments in the game where you just knew early on there was just a different standard. This straight off the kickoff.
This was a kickoff. Yeah, so
I tell you what,
we knew this was going to happen because...
The Panthers made the big statement last week off the kickoff, and the same again tonight.
Yeah, but this game had the build-up of all this that happened tonight. Like Penrith, yes, they've struggled all year, but they're coming good. Dogs sitting on top of the table, so we knew this was going to be a belter of a game. What I was surprised with was how good the Panthers were. They looked to open up a little bit defensively. Their gaps started getting bigger and bigger. Bulldogs started to get a bit of ascendancy. Then all of a sudden, Panthers, they found another level, managed to get back into the game.
In the funny stats, so last week they were dudded by the draw, the Panthers. So the Origin Stars couldn't go from Perth all the way to New Zealand. We said, how bad? It's turned out to be the best thing because the young guys go over there, they score the win against New Zealand, they freshen up the Origin blokes, and a game like that tonight.
They've been warming, haven't they, for the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks? At some stage they're going to find their mojo again. And this is exactly the challenge they needed over the last 2 weeks to sort of just galvanise the group a little bit. You're right, it just allows those younger players to take a little bit more responsibility.
Yeah. This is the tail of the tape here. There's our man Presto getting across. He was good. Strong in the first half, Ian.
I thought all back rows. I thought all 4 back rows were really good. Kick-out was enormous, so was Liam Martin.
You can say this was a Burton mistake, but I thought it was more Cleary. There's no Connor Tracy at fullback. He was up in the line, so smart play by Nathan Cleary there.
And I'll tell you what, the nature of the game, you thought there was going to be a sting in the tail, especially when he hits the upright here. Here we are. And you'll see the final play coming up here in a second. And just the desperation. This is Brian Toto in report for our hit on Bronson Cherry.
I think he'll be sweet.
That's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, one angle, this angle was a little bit different than what we saw. You look at the other angle, the reverse side of that, and it looks totally fine.
And it just said, Heine says a lot about the Bulldogs here and the confidence they got with the football, given the fact that a lot of sides would have went for the 2 points, try to force a golden point, but this is the way they've played all year.
Long good battle.
Oh, God, I thought that.
What about the battle between Crichton and McLean?
Mate, Jesse McLean.
That was good.
That's all that Sats had written down.
Oh, sorry.
He just pitched it.
Sorry.
Go on, Sats. You've got to be careful here, mate. We're still
I saw you writing something in the green room, and I went, what is that?
Hey, but you're spot on. Mate, sometimes with young players, and he's been a player of great talent, the young McLean, but sometimes the performance it's a coming of age. I reckon there was a moment in the first half, Sats, we were talking about, where McLean put a number on Stephen Crichton, went inside, outside. If it hadn't been Stephen Crichton, he scores. It was great. Great clash.
That was after Crichton batted the ball dead in front of McLean in the goal. Crichton's given McLean a bit of a...
You weren't happy about that,
bit of a verbal.
You weren't happy?
I don't know what about, but he's given him a verbal. So that was an awesome... he batted the ball out, and then he gives young bloke a verbal. What for?
He's the big dog.
Yeah, I know, but...
Coming up against his hero would have been McLean. I reckon he probably would have.
There would have been a lot of left on rights over the last couple of years when you got young McLean coming through, and he's the best defensive centre in the game, and you'd like to think he knows a fair bit about his game.
Mate, well, I tell you what, we always say every premiership winning side needs a redhead. Thomas Jenkins.
Yes.
Mate, he couldn't get out of reserve grade Newcastle. Honestly, if Newcastle let you go, you must have amazing talent.
Well, I'm pretty sure he started the year at St.
Starlo.
He did.
He started the year at St Mary's. And I don't think he's a redhead. I think he's a strawberry blonde.
Okay, fair enough.
He's not your traditional redhead.
It's funny because I said to Kalen Ponga once, Kalen, you redheads, and he took offence. And I went, redhead? He goes, no, I'm not a redhead.
Yeah,
he's
more red than...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can't dodge
you
that.
get the odd red Rubik sometimes just popping out. Like,
do I?
Yeah.
In your Rubiks?
Yeah.
No.
You know, sometimes on your beard you get one. I did, but I forgot we're on TV.
But hey, Nathan Cleary, boys, all eyes on Nathan. The fact that he carried a groin injury. You can see it still hampered him a little bit, but...
Well, he did all the kicking, which I was surprised he did all of it, but... he makes a break. He does a little move on Galvin and makes a little break. You kind of think, well, he doesn't really give it his all. He wanted to get rid of the ball. Yeah, he was looking for support, but usually you'd see him plant the foot and try and wait for Edwards to find him in support, but he got rid of it early.
If he didn't play tonight, do you think they still would have picked him Sunday?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon they gave him to the last minute.
Matty, what's your thoughts on the Galvin experiment with coming off the bench? Do you think?
It's a funny one at the moment. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
because it just sort of seems to. I don't know.
Put it this way,
doesn't-
Fletch.
They lose a little bit, I feel, when Marnie goes off, just defensively in the middle there.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's hard to change a winning side.
Yeah.
And so this might mark the change they're looking for in some way, shape or form. Because we're just trying to work out, what the jigsaw puzzle looks like.
Because are they gaining anything putting Sexton at 9 and taking Marnie off?
Well, just body, just the way he plays. He's not a 9.
Yeah.
Don't you? I don't know. I don't know who's going to be the 4 guy.
It takes a lot out of you when you're bending over at every ruck. You're not used to it.
Very
week
hard.
in, week out.
Defending in the middle.
Did you do a bit of... You got in there. Did you get in a 9 a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, my juniors I was a hooker.
Yeah.
Did you play,
Played
when you
double
played
half
Origin,
as well.
did you?
Bit of hooker?
Yeah, you did. I knew it.
Yeah.
I remember running over you.
Me and Mick.
Is it on the short side?
No, I wouldn't have done that, Sats. I wouldn't have done that.
It's good to joke and laugh, isn't it? It's the panacea of life, my grandmother used to say. Rest in peace. Now, crucially, people, don't forget Beanie for Brain Cancer round. So get your beanies out there. You can hit the QR code and get it. The Mark Hughes Foundation have done amazing things. By the end of this round, they might have raised something like $40 or $50 million for brain cancer. And tell you what, and if you watched Yvonne Sampson on Face to Face with Hughesy, you see the quality of the guy. On the show tonight, Alex Johnson chasing that Kenny Irvine's try-scoring record. Tom Travojevic moves to the centres, been a big talking point. And Fletch and Hindy take Leon to Belmore to catch Matty Burton's bombs. Yes.